Title: Madam Rides the Bus, Class 10 English Chapter 7, Summary, Explanation and NCERT Solutions. Disclaimer: This video is for educational purposes only. The content is based on the NCERT syllabus and aims to help students understand and learn effectively. All rights for the textbook content remain with NCERT. English Summary: Valley, a curious 8-year-old girl, loves watching the world outside her house. She finds great joy in observing a bus that passes through her village every hour. Slowly, she develops a strong desire to ride the bus to the nearby town. Since she has no money, she carefully saves 60 paise by resisting the temptation to buy peppermints, toys, or a ride at the village fair. She secretly plans her trip, waiting for the right time when her mother is asleep in the afternoon. One day, she finally takes the bus alone, feeling excited and independent. She enjoys looking at the green fields, mountains, and the busy town. However, on her way back, she sees a dead cow on the road, which deeply affects her. She realizes the harsh reality of life and death. When she returns home, her mother and aunt are talking, unaware of her adventure. She smiles to herself, knowing she has had an experience that no one else in her family knows about. This story highlights a child's innocence, curiosity, and first experience of independence while also touching on the reality of life and death. हिंदी में व्याख्या, समरी इन हिंदी। मैडम राइड्स द बस, कहानी एक 8 साल की लड़की वल्ली की है, जो दुनिया को जानने की बहुत इच्छुक होती है। उसका पसंदीदा शौक था अपने दरवाजे पर खड़े होकर बाहर की दुनिया को देखना। वल्ली को एक बस बहुत आकर्षित करती थी, जो हर घंटे उसके गांव से शहर जाती थी। धीरे धीरे, वह इस बस में यात्रा करने की इच्छा रखने लगती है। लेकिन चूंकि उसके पास पैसे नहीं थे, उसने खिलौने, मिठाइयाँ और मेले में झूले का त्याग करके 60 पैसे बचाए। एक दिन, जब उसकी माँ दोपहर में सो रही होती है, वह छुपकर बस की यात्रा पर निकल पड़ती है। बस में बैठकर उसे खेत, पहाड़ और दूर दूर तक फैले पेड़ पौधे देखने को मिलते हैं, जिससे वह बहुत खुश होती है। लेकिन वापसी में उसे एक मृत गाय दिखाई देती है, जिससे उसका मन उदास हो जाता है। उसे जीवन और मृत्यु की सच्चाई का एहसास होता है। जब वह घर पहुंचती है, तो उसकी माँ और चाची बातें कर रही होती हैं, लेकिन उन्हें उसकी इस यात्रा के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता होता। ये कहानी बच्चों की जिज्ञासा, आत्मनिर्भरता और जीवन के पहले अनुभव को दर्शाती है। ये हमें ये भी सिखाती है कि जीवन के सुखद क्षणों के बीच मृत्यु एक कठोर सच्चाई है। Oral comprehension check, page 97 to 103. Question 1. What was Valley's favorite pastime? Answer. Valley loved standing at her house's front doorway and watching the street outside. Since she had no playmates, this was her favorite way to pass the time. Question 2. What was the source of unending joy for Valley? What was her strongest desire? Answer. Watching the bus go to the town and return every hour was a source of endless joy for her. Her strongest desire was to take a ride on the bus at least once. Question 3. What did Valley find out about the bus journey? How did she find out these details? Answer. She learned that 1. The town was 6 miles away. 2. The one-way fare was 30 paise. 3. The trip took 45 minutes. She gathered this information by listening to conversations of passengers and asking careful questions. Question 4. What do you think Valley was planning to do? Answer. Valley was planning to take a bus ride alone to the town and return without anyone knowing. Oral comprehension check, page 103 to 104. Question 1. How did Valley save up money for her first journey? Was it easy for her? Answer. Valley carefully saved every stray coin she got. She resisted the temptation to buy peppermints, balloons, and a merry-go-round ride at the village fair. It was not easy for her as she had to control her desires and make sacrifices. Question. What did Valley see on her way that made her laugh? Answer. Valley saw a young cow running in the middle of the road. As the bus honked loudly, the cow became more frightened and ran even faster. This scene was so funny to Valley that she laughed uncontrollably. Question 3. Why didn't she get off the bus at the bus station? Answer. Valley did not get off at the bus station because she was not interested in exploring the town alone. Her main goal was to experience a bus ride, not to visit the town. Question 4. Why didn't Valley want to go to the stall and have a drink? What does this tell you about her? Answer. Valley refused the conductor's offer for a cold drink because she did not have enough money. This shows that she was self-respecting, independent, and very careful with money. She did not want to take favors from anyone. Thinking about the text, page 105 to 106. Question 1. What was Valley's deepest desire? Find the words and phrases in the story that tell you this. Answer. Valley's deepest desire was to ride the bus to the town. This is shown in the text through phrases like 1. She wanted to ride on that bus, even if just once. 2. This wish became stronger and stronger, until it was an overwhelming desire. 3. She stared wistfully at the people who got on or off the bus. These lines clearly reflect how strongly she longed for the experience. Question 2. How did Valley plan her bus ride? What did she find out about the bus, and how did she save up the fare? Answer. Valley planned her bus ride with great care. She 1. Listen to conversations of neighbors and passengers. 2. Ask discreet questions. 3. Learn that the town was 6 miles away, the fare was 30 paise one way, and the trip took 45 minutes. 4. She saved the money by not buying sweets, toys, or even a ride at the village fair. 5. She even used her mother's afternoon nap time, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., to go on the journey without being noticed. Her planning shows she was determined, smart, and patient. Question 3. What kind of a person is Valley? Fill in the blanks to understand her personality. 1. Stop the bus. Stop the bus, and a tiny hand was raised commandingly. Clue. She is bold and confident. 2. Yes, I simply have to go to town, said Valley, still standing outside the bus. Clue. She is determined and clear in her goals. 3. There's nobody here who's a child, she said haughtily. I've paid my 30 paise like everyone else. Clue. She sees herself as mature and independent. 4. Never mind, she said, I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me. I'm not a child, I tell you, she said, irritably. Clue. She is proud of her independence and does not want to be treated like a child. 5. You needn't bother about me. I can take care of myself, Valley said, turning her face toward the window and staring out. Clue. She is self-confident and assertive. 6. Then she turned to the conductor and said, well, sir, I hope to see you again. Clue. She is well-mannered and mature. These lines tell us that Valley is bold, confident, independent, determined, and intelligent, despite being just 8 years old. Question 4. Why does the conductor refer to Valley as Madam? Answer. The conductor calls Valley Madam jokingly because of her serious and mature behavior. She acts like an adult, traveling alone, paying for her ticket, and insisting on doing everything herself. Her bold attitude amuses the conductor, and he playfully refers to her as Madam to tease her. Question 5. Find the lines in the text which tell you that Valley was enjoying her ride on the bus. Answer. Valley thoroughly enjoyed her first bus ride. Here are the lines that show her excitement. 1. Valley devoured everything with her eyes. 2. Oh, it was all so wonderful. 3. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. 4. Struck dumb with wonder, Valley gaped at everything. These lines reflect her awe, excitement, and complete joy during the journey. Question 6. Why does Valley refuse to look out of the window on her way back? Answer. On her way back, Valley saw the same cow she had laughed at earlier, now dead on the roadside. This left her feeling shocked and saddened. 1. The text says, she was overcome with sadness. 2. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. So, she stopped looking outside because the reality of death had deeply affected her. Question 7. What does Valley mean when she says, I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge? Answer. Valley had just returned from a major experience, a bus ride to town and back, and witnessing life and death in one afternoon. Her mother and aunt were talking about how people can't know everything happening around them. Valley agrees, thinking about how much she had experienced without them knowing anything about it. Her comment shows a new level of maturity and understanding. Question 8. The author describes the things that Valley sees from an 8-year-old's point of view. Can you find evidence from the text for this statement? Answer. Yes, the story beautifully captures the perspective of a child. Some examples include 1. Her excitement about the bus, watching the street gave her many new, unusual experiences. 2. Her reaction to the cow, she laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. 3. Her fascination with the sights, Valley devoured everything with her eyes. 4. Her childlike pride, I'm not a child, I tell you. 5. Her fear of getting off alone, all by myself. Oh, I'd be much too afraid. These lines show that the entire narrative is shaped by Valley's innocent yet observant point of view. Poem 7. The Tale of Custard the Dragon, by Ogden Nash. Summary in English. The Tale of Custard the Dragon is a humorous and imaginative poem written by Ogden Nash. It tells the story of Belinda, a young girl who lives in a little white house with her 4 pets, a kitten, Ink, a mouse, Blink, a dog, Mustard, and a dragon, Custard. All of Belinda's pets, including herself, consider themselves brave and fearless. Ink and Blink are bold and adventurous, Mustard is courageous, and Belinda believes she is the bravest of all. However, Custard, the big green dragon, is timid and cowardly. He is always asking for a safe place to hide whenever trouble arises. One day, a pirate with a pistol enters Belinda's house, threatening everyone. Surprisingly, all the brave characters, Belinda, Ink, Blink, and Mustard, run away in fear. But Custard, the so-called cowardly dragon, suddenly jumps into action. He fights the pirate fiercely, swallows him whole, and saves everyone. After the danger is gone, the other animals mock Custard again, pretending that they weren't actually scared. However, the poet humorously points out that in the moment of crisis, it was Custard, the so-called coward, who proved to be the real hero. The poem teaches us that true bravery is not about words, but about actions in difficult situations. Sometimes, the quietest and most underestimated person turns out to be the strongest and most courageous. हिंदी में सारांश, एक्सप्लेनेशन इन हिंदी। द टेल ऑफ कस्टर्ड द ड्रैगन एक मजेदार और कल्पनाशील कविता है जिसे ओडेन नैश ने लिखा है। ये एक लड़की बेलिंडा और उसके 4 पालतू जानवरों की कहानी है। एक बिल्ली, ब्लिंक एक चूहा, मस्टर्ड एक कुत्ता और कस्टर्ड एक ड्रैगन। बेलिंडा और उसके सभी पालतू बहादुर होने का दावा करते हैं। इनका और ब्लिंक बहुत निडर है, मस्टर्ड बहुत साहसी है और बेलिंडा खुद को सबसे बहादुर मानती है। लेकिन कस्टर्ड, जो कि एक बड़ा हरा ड्रैगन है, डरपोक कावर्ड माना जाता है। वह हमेशा एक सुरक्षित जगह मांगता है जहां वह छुप सके। एक दिन एक समुद्री डाकू पायरेट उनके घर में घुस जाता है और सबको मारने की धमकी देता है। जैसे ही खतरा आता है, बेलिंडा, ब्लिंक और मस्टर्ड डरकर भाग जाते हैं। लेकिन कस्टर्ड, जिसे डरपोक कहा जाता था, हिम्मत दिखाता है। वह आक्रामक होकर समुद्री डाकू पर हमला करता है, उसे खा जाता है और सभी को बचा लेता है। खतरा टलने के बाद बाकी सभी जानवर फिर से कस्टर्ड का मजाक उड़ाने लगते हैं, यह जताते हुए कि वे तो हमेशा बहादुर थे। लेकिन असल में कविता हमें ये सिखाती है कि सच्ची बहादुरी दिखावे से नहीं, बल्कि कठिन समय में किए गए कार्यों से साबित होती है। कभी कभी जो लोग सबसे कमजोर और डरपोक माने जाते हैं, वही वास्तविक नायक, हीरो साबित होते हैं। थिंकिंग अबाउट द पोएम, पेज 9, 94 to 96. Question 1. Who are the characters in this poem? List them with their pet names. Answer. The main characters in the poem are Belinda and her 4 pets. Each pet has a unique name. 1. Ink, the black kitten. 2. Blink, the mouse. 3. Mustard, the yellow dog. 4. Custard, the dragon. All the pets and Belinda consider themselves brave, except Custard, who is thought to be a coward. Question 2. Why did Custard cry for a nice safe cage? Why is the dragon called a cowardly dragon? Answer. Custard always cried for a nice safe cage because he was timid and afraid of danger. Unlike the other characters, he did not boast about his bravery. Instead, he wanted to stay in a secure place to avoid any trouble. Because of this, everyone mocked him and called him a cowardly dragon. However, when an actual pirate attacked the house, Custard proved to be the real hero by bravely fighting and defeating the pirate, while the others ran away in fear. Question 3. Belinda tickled him, she tickled him unmerciful. Why? Answer. Belinda tickled Custard unmercifully because she and the other pets thought he was weak and cowardly. They believed that he was not a real dragon because he was always asking for a safe place instead of showing courage. They enjoyed teasing him for his timid nature. However, in the end, Custard proved them all wrong when he saved them from the pirate. Question 4. The poet has employed many poetic devices in the poem. For example, clashed his tail like iron in a dungeon. The poetic device here is a simile. Can you, with your partner, list some more such poetic devices used in the poem? Answer. The poet Ogden Nash has used various poetic devices to enhance the imagery and rhythm of the poem. Some examples include 1. Simile, clashed his tail like iron in a dungeon. Comparing the dragon's tail movement to iron in a prison. 2. Alliteration, Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth. Repetition of the B and S sounds. 3. Onomatopoeia, Mustard growled and Ink meowed. The words imitate the sounds made by animals. 4. Repetition, and Aurelio, Trulio little pet dragon. The phrase, Relio, Trulio, is repeated multiple times for rhythm and effect. These poetic devices make the poem more engaging and entertaining. Question 5. Read stanza 3 again to know how the poet describes the appearance of the dragon. Answer. In stanza 3, the poet gives a detailed description of Custard's appearance, making him look fierce and dangerous. He describes Custard as 1. Having big sharp teeth. 2. Spikes on his back. 3. A mouth like a fireplace. 4. A nose like a chimney. 5. Daggers on his toes. This description makes Custard appear terrifying, which is ironic because he is actually timid and fearful. Question 6. Can you find out the rhyme scheme of 2 or 3 stanzas of the poem? Answer. The poem follows a fixed rhyme scheme throughout. The rhyme pattern is AABB, meaning that the first 2 lines rhyme with each other, and the last 2 lines rhyme with each other. Example. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears. A. And Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. A. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage. B. But Custard cried for a nice safe cage. B. This consistent rhyme scheme gives the poem a musical and rhythmic quality, making it enjoyable to read. Question 7. Writers use words to give us a picture or image without actually saying what they mean. Can you trace some images used in the poem? Answer. The poet uses strong visual imagery to help the reader imagine scenes without directly describing them. Some examples include 1. Mouth like a fireplace, creates an image of fire coming out of Custard's mouth. 2. Clashed his tail like iron in a dungeon, creates the image of loud, harsh metal noises. 3. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears, compares Belinda's courage to multiple bears, symbolizing strength. 4. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, creates a vivid image of the armed pirate. These images make the poem more engaging and easy to visualize. Question 8. Do you find The Tale of Custard the Dragon to be a serious or a light-hearted poem? Give reasons to support your answer. Answer. The poem is light-hearted and humorous rather than serious. The way the characters behave, especially how the so-called brave ones run away and the cowardly Custard turns out to be the true hero, adds to the comedy and irony of the poem. The poet also uses funny phrases like "realio," "trulio," which make the poem sound playful. Although it teaches an important lesson about true bravery, the tone remains fun and entertaining throughout. Question 9. This poem, in ballad form, tells a story. Have you come across any such modern song or lyric that tells a story? If you know one, tell it to the class. Collect such songs as a project. Answer. The Tale of Custard the Dragon is written in ballad form, meaning it tells a story in a rhythmic and musical way. Many modern songs also follow the storytelling style. Some examples include 1. The Ballad of John Henry, a folk song that tells the story of a legendary railroad worker. 2. Hotel California, by the Eagles, a song that narrates an eerie and mysterious story. 3. Puff, the Magic Dragon, a song about a dragon and his adventures, similar to Custard's story. As a project, students can collect and discuss songs that tell stories in a similar way. And that's all for today's session. We have covered Poem 7, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, in detail, including complete summary, English and Hindi, NCERT solutions, thinking about the poem, poetic devices, rhyme scheme and imagery, important themes and life lessons. Subscribe to Study Genius IQ for more NCERT solutions, summaries, and chapter explanations. Like the video if you found it helpful. Share it with your friends who are preparing for exams. Comment below your doubts, and we'll answer them ASAP. Thank you for watching. Keep learning and stay curious.